And building a clothing brand or any apparel is a dream for most entrepreneurs. Many have tried, but few have been lucky enough to achieve success. But Tebatso Manyama, CEO of King Vleis clothing brand, is one of the few to realize his childhood dream. From growing up with no footwear, Manyama is now a proud owner of a shoe brand and is ready to disrupt the South African sneaker industry. He's here in studio with me to tell us a little bit more about his brand and his journey. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us in studio this morning. Tell us about King Vleis and where the name came from, first of all.
Thank you very much for having me in studio, Chish. Man, I walked through these doors and your staff welcomed me with open arms. It's actually amazing. I just walked in, I'm like, I'm home.
Yeah.
I'm home.
No, I'm glad. Thank you.
So King Vleis, like you said, the real name is, my ID name is Tebatso Manyama. Vleis came from the Nyama part of my surname, which is meat.
Yeah.
And then that's where the Vleis came in. And the king just came because, hey, I see myself as a king.
Yeah.
I am a king.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get into apparel, sneakers? These are industries that are heavily saturated with well-known brands, not just locally, but globally as well.
Yeah. Well, for one, I did have this dream for a while. I mean, it ties into why I called it King Vleis, because I've been working on myself as a brand since my high school years.
Yeah.
So what do I mean by that? I mean, I made sure that I put all the procedures and steps in place so I can be able to get a job after I graduate. People should know who Vleis is. So once all that was done and I realized, okay, I'm a brand here that is associated with positive things, I called my clothing brand King Vleis. Then came the shoes. So I just started as, I want to make golf tees and jeans, because that's me. I'm a golf tee, jeans type of guy. And then, well, it blew up and people received it well. And I can tell you one thing about South Africans. They love it when other South Africans do things, and they're very supportive. So my friends, family, people started being supportive. And because I'm a sneakerhead, I had this dream of starting my own sneaker. And I grew up, like you said, I'm in shoes. I had one pair of shoes sometimes, and you'd wear the same shoe to this, to that, to that. You know what I'm saying? I had this dream that I want people to take a walk in my shoes, but it's got a double meaning. I need you to know that things can go wrong, but you can still make it out there.
Yeah, that's an amazing message behind what some would think is a simple sneaker. You know, there's a powerful message.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the challenges that you have encountered along the way in creating the sneaker brand and the look. Maybe you can tell us what inspired the look as well, because there are various looks and you want to be able to have longevity in fashion.
Yeah.
So tell us about the look, but also the challenges that you encountered along the way.
Let's start with the challenges. I think one of the biggest challenges is trying to get like material in the country, because you get somebody who can make the sneaker for you, but they want to charge you the same price you want to charge. So you kind of like, it's not going to work, dude. Then I'm going to have to charge $1 million for this shoe, and I can't do this. So that's one of the challenges, because people also there's people they don't believe in you, so they think, well, you just new, man. Now it's so hard to stick with somebody when they start.
Yeah.
To believe in somebody, to say, I can see where it's going. It might take a year or two, but I believe in you. It's hard. So the people who actually could make the shoe for me, they're like, nah, it's going to take time. I need to work. I mean, I've even gone as far as, listen, I invest in the machinery to mass produce. People just were not interested.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I decided, you know what? Either way, I'm going to do this. I'm going to kick this door open.
Yeah.
If nobody wants to open it for me, I'm going to kick it open. Exactly what I did.
Yeah, and you did kick it down. And I was asking about the style as well as the design of it, and how you know this is a style that can transcend decades to come.
I'm very, very fussy with what I put out there, because it's my name on there.
Yeah.
That's the danger of naming a brand after you, because
yourself,
like you're gonna put this out and King Vleis, you're here to play with us. So I wanted to be simple yet classy. So if that's just simple shoe that I can wear in a suit like I am now.
You are.
You know what I'm saying? I can wear in shorts. You know, I can wear with jeans, and sometimes we try too hard to complicate things. and we can just make it as simple as we can.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Let's talk about the sales route that you have taken. It is currently available on the website.
Yes.
I was asking you earlier if you're going to be knocking on the doors of mass retailers to perhaps stock your sneakers there, and you said no. Tell us why.
You know what? I've lost sleep over this for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I've invested every single cent I have. I haven't asked anybody. And now that it's kind of coming up, I've heard people say, hey, let's get in, we want to get involved. And I'm like, you know what? I've taken this journey by myself. I'm going to see how far it takes me. Now, I'm not saying that if a good opportunity comes, I'm going to say no. Don't get me wrong. Jay-Z said that sometimes owning 10% of something could be better than 100% of nothing. Yeah. So for now, I'm enjoying this journey. I've had my sleepless nights. Let me keep having my sleepless nights alone. I'm going the way I want. Nobody's telling me anything. My friend Neo and I, he designs the shoe. He listens to me. The box, I designed it out. So if somebody comes in and says, well, we don't like your box, I don't want that. Yeah. This is the box. It means something to me. It means something to say, hope is not a strategy. These are all my sayings. No making excuses, because I'm not about making excuses. Hope is not a strategy. I always say, you know what? You can have hope. That's the first step. Have hope. After that, what's the strategy to get what you want? What's the strategy to get to your dream? Yeah, so that's why I put all this on my box, because I want you, when you buy the sneaker, it's not just about, okay, I'm going to open it's wow. You're going to wake up one day and you don't feel like doing something. You look at the box and it says to you, rise. Yeah. And you get up and say, let me go do this.
It is literally the first thing you said to me when you walked into studio. How cool is my box?
How cool is my box?
But, okay, so you have hope, but where do you get the money? Funding is always a big issue for entrepreneurs across South Africa.
100%.
How did you navigate that challenge?
So I'm blessed, and it ties into what people always say, why are you doing this? Because you're saying it's stressful being an entrepreneur. I'm blessed to have a very good job where it can fund. I've been funding myself. So I've had my own savings and everything.
Out of your own pocket.
And that's out of my own pocket. Yeah. I don't owe anybody anything. So the nice thing about that is that, like I said, I wake up every day and I can decide what I want to do this year. So why the stress? Everybody says, why the stress, Vleis? Because this is bigger than me. This is not just about me. We need to employ, we're in a country where unemployment is very high. We need to, if I'm going to stress but can employ 1,000 people, I will stress. Yeah. I will do it. I've got a whole race behind me. I've got a whole race who are looking up to me, who are starving, who are saying, what now? There's nothing to do. And if me feeding everybody or helping to feed families is going to give me stress, then that's what I was chosen for. I'm the chosen one for that.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for taking the time to join us in studio, and the very best of luck to you. And King Vleis, he introduces himself as Vleis, King Vleis, as James Bond would.
You like that, though.
It was funny. It was good. I'll concede it was fun.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us in studio. That is King Vleis, founder, Tebatso Manyama, joining us in studio.